Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk to you about dyslexia in the age of AI. I have two big ideas. After I tell you about these two ideas, then we'll talk about how AI completely changes these two fundamental things that you need to understand if you have a dyslexic mind or brain. So this first idea is probably one of the most powerful metaphors that you can use to think about how dyslexics process information and also how neurotypical people process information and do knowledge work. So when we're doing knowledge work, when we're using our brain to create value, it's not just happening automatically. There is a process that happens. You're going to kind of imagine like you start at your house and then you're trying to get to the movie theater. That process of getting in the car and driving is kind of like the workflow. You have to actually do something in order to get to the end product, whether it's like, writing an email or creating a YouTube video or writing an essay, composing music, making some art, programming some software, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever knowledge work that you're creating, there's a process from getting from where you are to the end of that project where the value is actually created. Now, when neurotypical people are doing work, they tend to have a very smooth workflow process because there are no cognitive bottlenecks. The problem with dyslexics, or it's not really a problem, it's just a different way we process information, is that when it comes to fine, detailed oriented tasks like reading and writing, our brains use more resources than neurotypical people, so it slows down. You can kind of think of it as like a traffic accident when you're going on the freeway. When we get to the reading and writing and fine detail-oriented tasks, there are a slowdown in the traffic. So it takes us longer, takes us more energy, just makes us more tired, when we do those things. These cognitive bottlenecks happen a lot for dyslexics because in society, most of the work that happens through reading and writing. The way we communicate, the way we give directions, the way we organize ideas, the way we organize work is through writing and reading, which is our cognitive bottleneck. It's the thing that slows us down the most. The second idea is what I call the physics of doing knowledge work. There are three components to it. So as a human, you consume information through your senses, ears, eyes, mostly, when you're reading and writing, talking to other people, watching videos, going to school, and then that information is being connected to your existing knowledge base. The things that you consume get more enriched by the existing knowledge base that you have. That's why if you read more books, if you have more knowledge in a certain area, you're able to process information quicker because you're able to, network that new information to the thing that already exists in your brain very easily. And then once you have something connected, then you can use the things that you consume and the existing knowledge base and the connections in your brain already to generate creative new ideas. The things that you create, other people will consume, connect to their knowledge base, and then knowledge gets added on top of each other through something called collective learning, and that's why humans have grown to dominate this world. Okay, so how does AI change this bottleneck idea, and how does it change the physics of knowledge work? All the tools that we use for consuming information, all the tools that we use for creating information, and all the tools that we use for creating gets intelligent. There's cognition involved in that. So all the bottlenecks involved in writing and reading and using fine, detailed oriented tasks kind of disappear. The traffic accidents that happen when you're trying to get from A to B is less often, and sometimes they're less severe. It's almost like having like a thought partner or a assistant who doesn't have dyslexia, who's like really, really good at the things we're not good at, which allows us to be more creative, which is something that AIs have a difficult time doing. And it's our absolute strength as dyslexic is because we process information in a different way than neurotypicals. I kind of talk about this in some of my older videos about the dyslexic mind and how we process information differently than neurotypicals. And so in this age that we're living in, this age of AI, we can fully take advantage of our natural strengths at the same time minimizing our disadvantages by essentially removing the cognitive bottlenecks that stopped us from performing at a high level. It's basically having glasses for dyslexics.